Okay, so we've learned this course. I'm gonna get in the car, apparently. Whoa. I do like... Someone's just going off to the right for no reason. I can... Okay. See, the thing is, I want to hear this song, but... I can't live with a start like that. Isn't all... Is whole shot supposed to be reaching the first turn first, or is it supposed to be coming out of the first turn first? I thought it was coming out of the first turn. This game gives you a whole shot when you reach the first turn, which I don't think is appropriate. Because sometimes passes still happen in the first turn, and it's who comes out of that turn at first that really matters, practically, I feel like. Again, though, in the Off-Road Fury games, whole shot just doesn't really matter because passing's not a big deal. And I was just talking about how hard it is to maintain a lead, or to get a lead after you lose it, but that's not because passing is hard, that's just because the game's very unforgiving about letting you catch up to anyone. Not because it's hard to pass someone once you're behind them. Now that I'm here in first, I'm actually in a good position to just defend. Good. Look how hard you can take turns in the ATV, it's insane. I really do feel like the ATVs don't really slide in this game ever compared to Fury 3, but then again in Fury 3 I was using an ATV with very, very bad traction for most of the game, so there is also that. Someone just wiped out behind me too, I think. Okay, so I think the best thing to do here is, here we go. Oh man, I really got some air there. But yeah, that's how you want to do it. Don't preload on the first one. You see, now I'm learning my way around the course. So now, short of anything dumb happening, which is always a possibility on the ATV. Never forget that. The ATV is not your friend. The ATV is always willing to cause you more problems. Darn. Look how soft the suspension is on the ATV in this game. I don't think it was as visibly... I feel like the suspension looked a lot stiffer when you actually looked at the wheels and how they moved in Fury 3. But yeah, in this game, the ATVs just feel like they never slide. It's like I never have to worry about losing traction in this game, which is actually kind of disappointing, because that's one of the things I liked about Fury 3, having to think about taking turns correctly to get my bike to keep traction and everything. Now it's... ah, shoot. The heavy vehicles that give you that instead. And we've looped onto the start of the soundtrack again. Shoot, dude, come on. Still fine, but definitely lost a little bit of time there. I never managed to... I don't know if it's timing or if I'm landing wrong in the jump before it, but I never managed to jump all the way to the... past the last jump there. After the first time. But very good. Pretty content with how that went as far as ATV races go. But yeah, see, it's just like, even if once you learn the course, if you fall behind, it's just you never get to catch back up. I feel like the ATV is worse about that than the other vehicle types for some reason. Alright, I see a little bit of grass. We never get to see that stuff. Is this one going to be a head-to-head, I think? This looks like a head-to-head course. I think it's just because of how Yeah, it's because it's kind of thin. The head-to-head course is usually much thinner. You get wider courses when you have a whole bunch of people that are trying to pass each other on and whatnot. Oh no, barely not. It's another 3 laps, jeez. And they started that one really early, actually. Trying to land on someone. And that was the worst way of taking that, I guess. I don't like how I handled the bumps afterwards. Don't fly off the side, thank you. I guess the roads here are a lot wider than they looked in the preview. Yeah, this is interesting. Not quite sure how to best take all of that. Got some weird choices to make. Patrick, who even are you? You're not even one of the... I don't recognize you as one of the difficult AIs. Where are you ahead? And there's just a small number of AIs that the game chooses as, like, difficult AIs that they consistently... I don't know if I should preload there. They consistently do way better than everyone else. You know what? Hitting that jump probably is a good idea. Because you can just jump over all this other nonsense. I wasn't taking that jump because I was thinking, oh, well, not going up a hill, just kind of going straight is generally faster, but you still end up running into bumps if you take the other path, so. That didn't take me where I needed to be. There's not really much point in continuing there. But I think we've got a feel for the course. And there's a good deal of variation when they let those down. But the measure of how far you are, the timer in the top left, the lead timer, is I believe that only starts... Darn, I actually want to take that inside jump there that time. Yeah, really messed that up. But, I think the race always starts after... I think the timing at which that lead timer turns green for the first time before the race starts is consistent. Don't land on me. And you're allowed to wipe out, that's fine. Just none to me. Okay. Don't need to preload there. Nice smooth landing. Preloading there is not for the best if you can't clear the next hump after it. Oh, careful there. So many jumps here. I don't mind it. Even there, like in Fury 3 right there, I've lost all my traction, I think, just now. Because I slid very briefly there. I know I've had to let go of the gas for at least a moment to get it back. But in this game, no, I just got my traction back like immediately. It's very strange how that works. Should perhaps actually preload there. I always try to preload there because it would be great if I could do a little hop in that spot, but I never quite managed to pull it off. I feel like if you could maybe weave through the left there, you might be able to go a bit faster, but the way I took that definitely did not work. What was I saying? Oh, okay. I was about to say, did I decide not to preload there? I did that time, but I did it very, very early, so it wasn't too much of a problem. Someone's gonna run into a wall or something to my right just now. Okay, well now Manu is, as is often the case, a problem for me. Ah, shoot! I was trying to preload there, as you could probably hear. Well, I've been in a marginally better spot if I did. It's just that preloading late gives you so much more height. Okay, I should preload on that one. Preloading as late as possible gives you a lot more height. But if you don't do it, you don't get the height, so it's rather tricky. I might take the left one here. Seems more consistent. I don't see an end for passing Mono here very well, though. Unless I managed to at this very last moment right here. Okay, let's try to apply what we learned earlier and not preload here. I think that was the right idea, but unless Mono wipes out right now. Nope. Alright, I got the idea. I can do those. It's just that, yeah, this game, passing is extremely difficult, but not because there's anything inherently difficult about getting around someone. It's just that the AI, something about how the rubber banding is in this game or something, is extremely unkind to you. Whenever someone's ahead of you, it's just, there's nothing you can really do to, let the game, or to get the game to let you get ahead of them. That's a problem. I got stuck on someone else's ATV, so I kind of turned to the left there. Here I've been saying I should preload. Maybe a little early, like I did just then, so I don't get too much height, but still. See, I don't even lose much speed cutting that turn ridiculously hard like that, just because I don't really lose traction doing it. Maybe for the briefest moment, but only for a moment. Yeah, so if I can do stuff consistently well here, I think, and not make some of the mistakes I made last time, like taking the jump on the right there, or, I don't need to preload there, really. I guess it works fine. Nope. Well, ideally I don't preload there either, unfortunately. I lost me some speed. I feel like you tilt forward so much more in this game when you're in the air. I always have to pull back a little bit. That wasn't great. It was better than taking the right side, probably. Yeah, I messed up taking the right side there before as well. Okay, someone just fell off the left side, it looked like. It's Patrick again. Patrick has never been a worthy opponent of mine before. Why is this changing? Why is Patrick someone I suddenly have to contend with? Oh boy. Yeah, kind of light on the peak there, but I guess that worked out. Yeah, preloading a little bit here is not the worst, I don't think. Let's see, keep your speed going into the turn a bit more. Now if I can just pass Patrick. And that time I felt like I should have preloaded. Both those times. What the heck? If I just pass Patrick, I'll be fine here. Which I don't think should be a problem. There you go, I'm encroaching upon their space at least a little bit here. Oh shoot, I forgot to preload there. Yeah, that lost me some ground. Again, it's just that little bit of... Once you're ahead of someone, it's fine, but that little bit of having to catch up to them is just really, really hard for some reason. It's like they will aggressively match your speed right up until you pass them. And then once you pass them, it's just not the case anymore. Yeah, it's the same thing again. They're just right ahead of me right at the very end. It's just like, passing is just not a thing that happens in this game for some reason. I don't know why the ATVs feel worse about it than anything else. But the ATVs, if someone's ahead of you, it's like the rubber banding just like forces them to be ahead of you. Can you not steer into me? Why is it always Patrick? What's Patrick's deal in this race? See, now that I've got the lead, I'm curious if I'll just be able to hold it forever with no problem. But that does lead to this frustrating thing, it feels like to me, where to win a race in this game, it does feel like, at least on the ATV, what you have to do is start with the lead, or get it otherwise really, really early. Oh boy, not do that. And just kind of play flawlessly from that point onwards. Because if you mess up at any point after that, someone will pass you, and it'll just be impossible to ever catch up to them again. Because now that someone's actually ahead of me here, it feels like I'm not going to be able to pass them again. It's weird that I see them taking the same path as me and landing the same way and everything too, but still somehow getting ahead of me. But yeah, holding a lead is not proving as easy here either, in reality. I need to preload later on that one. See, in this one, it's not like I managed to break away from the pack and there's someone else that I'm fighting for control with. This one, for some reason, the whole pack is up against me this entire time, and they're just on me, you know, the whole time. Which is a very strange contrast. Yeah, see, it's just like, indefinitely, I am just the same amount of distance behind them. As soon as I'm behind them, it's just not possible to catch up anymore. That's some interesting curving on there I just did. Not preloading there seems better. Even if I seem to do better than them on some parts, it's just like anytime I catch up, they just get ahead again. And if I manage to land in a better spot there, just manage to land slightly further, I would have probably gone ahead here. Like every single time someone else, a different person manages to barely edge ahead of me here. I don't have enough speed if I do it that way. I was just trying something new. Yeah, this is just the ATV experience in this game. Every time it goes like this, it feels like. It feels like at this point I might as well restart because I'm not going to have a lead to start with anymore. Like having a... Well, I was having a hard time getting them to not get ahead of me this time when I was in the lead. But there's a difference between that and it being utterly impossible to catch up to them once they are ahead of me. I do feel like there is an imbalance between how easy it is to get ahead of someone and how easy it is to maintain a lead in this game. So that time I felt the need for a little bit more of a preload, but I guess it was because I didn't come up to that jump as quickly as I could have. It would be nice to not preload there, but I don't know if I would have got enough height that way to clear the hump. But it's nice landing really like flush with the hump, if you can. Ah, shoot. What was that? The wheel just touched the ground and he just let go of the handlebars. Sorry, I'm a robot. You don't get to play music today. Because RNG said so. Come on. Yeah, waited a bit longer than usual there, but not the worst thing. I don't like this S-bend here too much. I have a hard time taking it away that really feels comfortable. See, I feel it would be better to not get as much height as I did there, but I also think if I didn't preload, I wouldn't have actually made over the hump that I jumped over. Actually, I wasn't trying to preload there. See, now Patch is just going to stay ahead of me forever if I don't get and maintain a lead right now. Like, I can get, strictly speaking, ahead of Patrick for the briefest moment, but anytime that happens, Patrick immediately pulls out ahead. I do wonder if the right thing to do all along was what I was considering earlier with a, I never know whether to preload there or not. I guess that worked out fine. Okay, then Manu enters the picture. But yeah, I do wonder if taking the right side and then weaving through the ramps, like I was considering the very first time, is this really the right thing to do? I feel like I lost a lot of speed coming into that. This guy just zooming under me somehow. It's just me and Mono out here now. Alright, so I guess what I'll try to do is what I said earlier. Got a lot of speed there, so I wasn't gonna preload. So you get to maintain, so that lets you maintain speed better than taking the left route. The left jump does. But you dodge the, but you dodge the really steep upward slope that you have to get over, that the right path normally condemns you to. And that seems to work fairly well. Oh man, I really did not need to preload that time. I'm kind of preloading early on each of these jumps as a safe-ish middle ground. It does feel slightly uncomfortable taking that middle jump, or that middle path, I have to admit. It is very awkward, and you do still slow down doing it. It feels like, I'm slowing down here, the wrong thing to have happen. But no, it's still way, way faster than anyone else on the right side that goes straight after landing. And you went into the jump a lot faster than anyone on the left side, so. Okay. Alright. We have, what, one more episode to record? This has been an unusually long sitting for this game for me. Very unusually long. A little much for my taste. But... okay. While it's on my mind, I'm gonna re-enable autosave, actually. There we go. Oh, hold on. There we go. Yeah, we've committed to cheating at this point, but again, it's just doing it legit's not the point. Okay. But we still have to have fun working for lots of things too, like doing all these sponsor events. Alright, next time we'll continue. Still got some of these left. Is it only the one, actually? Might be. I think it's just Moose. Yeah, we'll do the last ATV event. Alright, see ya.